Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to day 3 of Rimworld Let's Play. We're doing Naked Brutality, and on day 1 we did like a getting started. Day 2 we set up our kitchen and our power. We're just finishing off a few last bits before we move into what we're going to do today. We've also acquired another prisoner, so we have 4 in our tribe now. It's more people to look after, so we need to take that into consideration. We've moved away from any wood burning objects that we had. Across to fully powered now. And so as we just finish these last little bits, we'll get some lights in here. We'll just get the last couple of bits done. We've got loads and loads of food now. We've got a refrigerator, which is great for us. And so we're going to fix this low food. We need to get some medicine. Now, in order for medicine to work, by the way, we're just going to change this over as well. And we're going to look at our work. So anyone that can do these 3, we're always going to set these as 1s. Now we're going to find out, what does this person want to do? Well, this person actually likes to cook. That's great. So they're now going to become the cook. They also like to handle animals. So they're going to do that if we have any. They like to construct. So there's no point in us having Woody constructing if that's not what he wants to do. So we're going to put that down to a 4 for him now because we've got 2 constructing, which is great. Research, yes, absolutely. Because you want to research, we'll let you do that. And I guess everything else here can just be 4s. We don't really need to worry about those. We'll do anything that's not been done is just going to be a 4 for now. The ones that like to hunt, we'll get them to do the hunting and the things like that. So if they're passionate about something, the passion's going to become a 1 because that's what they want to do. And we're going to make sure that there's at least a 1 in every category now. So everybody who can do something will do something. So we've only got 1 grower. We need to be careful with that. In terms of plant cutting's not as important. That's extracting trees and things like that. Artwork's fine. Crafting, we've got 1 crafting. No one's really hauling. That's okay. We'll leave the hauling at 3. And the cleaning as well. We'll leave the cleaning at 3 for everybody. So anyone that's not doing anything can focus on those things. Cool. Research has to come first though, so all good. Alright, so research is now going to be the priority. Everything else is done. So we need to build ourselves a research room. Now before we do that, before we get carried away with a research room, we kind of want a dining room. Rather than having like different dining rooms in each of our bedrooms, we're going to take that away and we're going to have 1 central dining room now for everything. So just a couple of little things we need to finish here. A couple of little things we need to finish building. We do need some wood. All right, so let's just take Woody out and get Woody out to do the wood. That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's get him to cut down a couple of these trees. All right, and then we're going to have an abundance of wood. We need storage rooms. We're going to work on those in a moment. But first and foremost, we've got our bedrooms. They're good. We're not burning any more wood now. We've got lights everywhere. Although we did forget to put a light in this room. So we're just going to go ahead and we'll see if we can grab the wall lamp there. There we go. We're going to build a copy of that and we're going to put that in this room. So now every room's going to have a light. Everything's going to be built. We've got enough wood now. So we've got everything coming in, which is great. We're good. Dora does need to get out and prioritize sowing the land because we really need to do that. Although she's just going to rest and recover until she's better. Now, I don't actually need her to worry about doing that. So for her, bed rest isn't as important. But she is actually being a patient. So, yeah, she's focusing at the moment on being a patient. Now, I don't think we need to be a patient. Well, everyone does if they're ill, but she's okay. All right, so she's focusing on that, which is great because she's better now. Everyone's doing well. We have an abundance of food. Everyone's working, which is good. We're going to keep this as a backup for our option. Stranger's working. Ludwig is cooking. She's doing planting. All right, so what do we need? We need, and what you can do is select their nicknames of the jobs that they do, so it's always easy to be able to pick them up if you need that. We're going to prioritize working on this lamp, and then we're going to prioritize working on that lamp. And then we're going to prioritize. We can't do that because we're missing limestone. All right, so we're going to focus on... Oh, we've almost got enough of this now, so that's fine. Dora's fully healed. Everyone's good. Everyone's eating, sleeping, doing their job. Perfect. We're sleeping in a room together. Right, let's have a look at the moment. So Strange is a male 30 and she... Oh, he is a male 26. Okay. Let's give him a nickname, shall we? We're going to call him Nelson. No, Nelson doesn't really fit his name. We'll call him Bar. So Woody, Dora, Strange, and Bar. Okay. Although I can call him Construction. But that's a bit of a weird nickname to give him. Alright, everyone's good. I kind of wish they had little icons about their name that kind of just told them what their priorities are so you can see instantly. That would be really nice. But at the moment, everyone's sleeping, chilling out. Nothing really we need to do. We've got all the resources that we need. Just want to finish off these last little bits here. We need a little bit of limestone. So we're up to 147. We said we'd do up to 150. So as soon as that's done... We're actually up to 167 now, but there we go. So now we've swapped, and now we're doing limestone, which is what we need for these last few little bits here. We're running out of power, so we need this research. So today's focus is going to be getting up the research room. But we're not going to start with that. We have a lot of food. This has all been planted again now, so food is simply not an issue for us. Everything here has pretty much been finished. So that's good. He's going to clean up, which is nice. Got nothing else to do. Good. Keep everything clean. That's good. Need to prioritize working on building this chair. I guess we'll get Strange to build this. And then the wall lamp as well. All right. And a couple of things that we need to finish here in the floor area is... I think these were granite tiles we used, right? Yeah, they were. They're granite tiles. So we're going to use the granite tiles here. We're going to do one here, one here, one here. These are just the areas in the door. They look a little bit messy because we haven't finished them off. We've got lights, tiles, everything else done there. We're going to prioritize cleaning these rooms. So we'll get these rooms cleaned. Got some cooking going on, which is good. Focus on these tiles and building what we need to build. I'm just going to get all of this done so everything's finished. And that's it. So Woody's got food poisoning. That's fine. We've got power. We've got everything working. This is churning out 200 watts of power to keep this at -10. Not quite -10 at the moment. So because the doors keep opening and closing. Now we've fixed all of that. It's going to keep going up and down. There you go. It's kind of in the minuses. Kind of sitting around -1. So as long as it's in the minuses, that will be frozen. Right, that's good now. Now no one's in there. That's going to chill. Perfect. So every time you open the door, it sends a bit of air out, which is pretty clever. But we need to bear that in mind, right? Everyone there's chilled. They're all good. Let's have a look at this room. So, some stuff that makes this room, this limestone chunk makes this room not very nice. So we actually want to haul that out of the room, get rid of it. The way we can do that, we're going to set up our zone. So we're going to have a little stockpile zone. And we're going to set that just here. Right, and that's just going to be for everything that we're... actually, no, we're going to clear that. We're going to do stone chunks. All right, so anything that's a chunk, we'll put there. All right, cool. So that's going to get moved. That'll be clean. So then if we hold down Alt, we can see this room. So there's a bit of dirt. Dirt's making the room, like 6 making the room really bad. Everything else is making the room quite nice. It's just dirt that we need to clean up. And also we haven't tiled this room. So we're going to go ahead and take some flooring. We'll take some wood flooring and we're going to go and clean this. Perfect. We'll just add some flooring out here as well. We can just use wooden flooring for this. It's absolutely fine. All right. Now, Woody's not happy. He's sleeping, which is good, but he's got food poisoning, which is making him unhappy. Everyone else is kind of cool. We just need to get everyone cleaning, sorting everything out. And Woody's on a food binge. He's pigging out on food. This happens because of poor mood. All right, so he's recreation deprived. He's going to eat loads of food. He's got food poisoning. Probably not the best thing to do. Now Stranger's got food poisoning because we've got an incompetent cook. I mean, it's a bit unfortunate that we've got that, given the fact that who is cooking at the moment? Bar the Drifter is cooking. Skill level 5. Alright, well, not really much I can do about that. So just Bar's incompetent. Got a few of these we can harvest. Just because we get some berries coming in as well. We're going to want a bit of medicine. So we're going to go and collect those as well. I think we'll select Dora to go and get these so she can come out and collect all of these. So we've got some medicine if we need it. There we go. All right, and then Bar at the moment. We'll send Bar to clean up the barracks, clean up the rooms. Just keep everything nice and clean. That's really important. So all the rooms are cleaned, including cleaning up the vomit. Perfect. So all the rooms are nice and clean now. If we press Alt on this, we can see these rooms don't have a negative appeal anymore. All of these have negative because they're the floor. Everything else is looking pretty good. So we'll get these tiles finished. Woody's still stressing out. We need some more wood. We don't have enough wood, so we need to chop down some trees. Dora, I'm actually going to set Dora to prioritize chopping down these trees. And then I'm going to, from here, I think the next thing I need to do is going to be just selecting orders, chop wood, and we're just going to chop down all of this wood here, all right? And so Dora, let's set her to prioritize on chopping down these trees. All right, so Dora, can you come and do some trees, please? Prioritize her doing that. All right, that's going to give us some wood. All right, we're going to cancel all of that. We don't really need any more. We've got loads of steel at the moment, so that's fine. We've got some components, so we're good with that. We don't really need to do any more mining right now. I kind of need Dora working on some other areas. Everyone's doing their job, so that's great. We just need a little bit of wood. All right, and all of the rooms are now built. Everything's done. So pressing Alt in here, this room looks nice. This room looks nice. This room looks nice. This room looks good. Good and good. We've got a bonus for the floor. We don't get a bonus for this floor, but we do get a bonus for this floor, which is good. A little bit of dirt, but we're okay there. All right. So everything now is done that we need to do initially. The next step for us, we want to pick these up and reinstall them. We're going to put them on the corners now because the corners have moved. Perfect. We're also going to build some copies. So we're going to build another one here and another one here. And we'll do another one on this corner as well. Perfect. All right, so that's what we need to start with. We'll just do this little bit of work that we've got here, cleaning up, and we're going to focus on the next room. So in terms of structure, granite again, and we're going to go for the same thing. So from here to here, we want 11. Back down 11 again, and back across 11, which is going to give us a 9 in the middle. We'll put a granite door bang in the middle here. And this is now going to become our dining room. The reason we're going to do a dining room here is because we're right next to the kitchen. So we get food from the kitchen, we grab it, and we come and eat it in here. So what do we want in terms of furniture? Well, we want a big table. We're going to do a big 3x3 table in the middle of the room. And then we're going to put some steel dining chairs out. All right, we've got 4 people at the moment, so we'll just do 6 chairs. That's perfect. All right, now from here, we're going to want to put some lights. So we can do some nice standing lamps. We can do 2 of those, 1 in either corner there. And we want some wooden plants. We'll do wooden plants in the opposite corners. All right, so we've got a nice little room now. And it's going to give us just a decent amount of, and also we'll go for the floors as well. So floors in here, we'll go for granite tile as we did before. And then that is our next room. So that's our dining room. From the dining room, we're going to select another granite door. That granite door is going to come out here. We can also build some columns if we want to as well. So we can have a column here, here. And if we want to, we can have one here and here as well. So all of this is going to give us some bonus apparel. So this is going to be a really nice room for people to come and relax in. Right, we'll get that room built out. That's a quick room to build. Power, again, is an issue. We want to get research, but we don't want research next to the kitchen. So we're going to do research next. We'll come into the research room next. And we're going to do research and storage together. All right, Woody's no longer pigging out on food, which is great. We've got 22 food. Everything's growing. We're good. We've got some stone. Oh, we've got everything we need. We've got loads of granite blocks. We can make more of those as we need them. All right. So far, so good. Everyone's sleeping, chilling out. They're all in good moods, except for Strange, who needs some food. He'll get that when he wakes up. He's in some serious pain, though. Oh, that's because he's recovering from food poisoning. He can't self-tend, which is annoying. All right. Everyone has a weapon, except for Mr. Barr. Mr. Barr does not have a weapon. And I don't believe we have any weapons. No, we do not. Some decomposing bodies over there. I think, oh, because we sold the weapons earlier, didn't they, when they come around, so that's fine. Okay, cool. All right, everyone's working. We'll let them do their job, and we're going to focus now solely on getting that electricity set up. Right, we also need to just prioritize cleaning all of this sick, otherwise people are going to get ill again. It's just sick everywhere. All right, and let's also just clean the barracks, clean all the rooms, clean the kitchen, clean here, clean the storeroom. Good. All right, everything's nice and clean. So power going off is an issue. For some reason, this one, I don't know why in terms of storage there, it's allowing... I don't really want unfinished items in there. That's a bit weird. Don't quite know why that was allowed. This one should be raw food. Yep. Cool. We also want to haul out these from the room because we don't want them in there. All right. So just pressing Alt. This is a decent room. Decent room. Decent room. Cool. These are the -7s. So we'll get those out the way. Decent room. Decent room. Decent room. This is... Obviously, it's on storage, so it doesn't affect us. The stuff only affects you if it's on the floor. And the storage is okay there. This is all right. We're good. Right. We're chilling. Everyone's working hard. And there is a transport crash. All right. Jump to the location. Oh, they've died. They died already. Didn't even see that transport crash. Oh, sadly, that person died. Would have been nice to have them. To be fair, it's not a loss. All right, just leave that person. Nothing we can do there. Didn't have any guns or anything on them. Nope. You can select in the options if you want to. If you go to options and you go to gameplay, you can have it when it pauses on a letter. So any letter that we get, it pauses. So if we get a letter come through, it pauses, which is a good idea. So that way, it will always pause the game to give you a chance to look at the letter. All right, let's carry on. So this room now, as you can see, it's really starting to grow quite quickly. If we look at our power, now we are going to have to move that power conduit now all the way through to this room. And it's possible we're going to have to move it down here as well. We're going to go build more rooms down here later, so we'll have lots of blocks. All right. We've got enough wood. We've got enough... we haven't got any granite at the moment, so we're still making some more of that. this doesn't need to be a prison anymore, so we'll turn that away from being a prison. In fact, what we'll do is we're gonna reinstall that bed for now, and we're just gonna put it on the other side here. So if I just take that bed and oh, there we go, it's already been done. This is now no longer a bedroom. This is now a laboratory, which means we're not getting a debuff on our research, which is good. Dora's doing a research for us. That's because Dora has nothing else to do at the moment. Dora's not the best person to do research, though. It's actually going to be Bar. So we actually want Bar to do the research if we can help it. And Bar seems to be doing other things right now. Better, I think, for... actually, no, it's better that Dora doesn't do the cooking. Bar's doing the cooking, but Bar also needs to do the research. So, Bar needs to stop doing the constructing. And we'll leave Dora to do constructing, believe it or not. So if Dora's going to do the constructing, but also do the hunting, who is going to do the growing? Because that's also Dora. I feel like she's doing a lot. Right, Bar's going to focus on cooking first, and after cooking, research. So Bar's just going to do that. Two things. Cooking and research. Woody shouldn't really be doing research at the moment. Neither should Strange. That should be a 3 for them. They should all do something else. Bar should be doing the research, because Bar's best at research, right? And we want that. We're going to expand this zone just to be a little bit further now. And then we'll pick up all those things. A group of travelers are passing by. That's fine. They're not doing anything, so we'll just leave them to it. All right, this room is pretty much done now. A few little things we need to finish, but overall it's looking pretty solid. As I say, the columns are giving us a buff. Everything else giving a buff. A really, really nice room. People are going to enjoy being in this room. So we've got enough to do this. Bar's now doing research, which is better because that means that the research is going to come through much quicker. So that's good. All right, that research is going to give us batteries. We'll build those batteries out later. Medicine, we've got a little bit of medicine. We could use a little bit more, so we'll grab a few of these. Just if we see them in the surrounding area. We do need to get plant skills up so that we can do wild root. But for that, we need someone that has plants level 8. And at the moment, Dora has plants level 6. So when she gets to plants level 8, she can start planting wild root, which is going to be important for us. A caravan is approaching. They're looking for bulk transfer. Okay, so let's see if we've got anything we want to sell. We've got some dye. We've got a few bits here and there. We've got some excess now. So we're in a position we can actually start trading stuff. Everyone's really happy, and we're very self-sufficient now. We're just waiting for a problem, I guess. Woody's still the best at being social, I believe. So he's got an 11 for social. Yep. So we're going to send Woody out to be social. So he's going to go out and trade, because he's got the best skills. All right, let's have a look. There's a lot going on here. So what do we want to sell? Well, look, we can sell all of the dye here. All right, so we'll get rid of all of that. That's good. We can also get rid of a lot of this stuff that we've got here. So look, we can get rid of the camel hide if we want to. We can get rid of the plain leather if we want to. The lizard skin and the light leather. We can get rid of all of that. Berries. We don't really want to get rid of the berries. We could buy some donkeys. We could buy some donkeys or some yaks. If we wanted to. So donkeys, that could, you know, if we had a male and a female donkey, they can move stuff around, which is good for us. We can also get yaks. Robust cattle with bulky frame. Okay. Display to help them walk in the snow. So yaks will be good for the snow, but we could actually get them, breed them. And once they're breeding, we can slaughter the offspring, and that will give us a chance to have more food. So we can move over to having animals instead. We would need to produce hay for them. Books, we can bring books in. Books are dirt cheap at the moment, so let's have a look. Oh, no, these aren't. Biofuel refining. Okay. And what's this one? Recreation game multiplier. Could be a good book to buy, right? Let's buy that book. That's going to give us a recreation gain multiplier, so we can put a bookshelf in the recreational area. It's a really good one for us to have. All right, what else can we buy? What else do we want to buy? I don't really feel like we need anything else here. We do need to start thinking about getting some clothing for the winter, but we can use cloth for that. So everything else is good. Everything else is good. We don't really want anything else at the moment. We don't need chem fuel. We do want components. Components are always important for us. They do have a lot of components. We don't really want to buy all of those components, but we do want to buy some components. So I guess we just buy 10 components from them. That is going to cost us a bit of money. So we're going to lose out on this whole deal, but we do get components which we need. So that's going to be really powerful. So we'll do that. That's a good deal. We can also, when we get slavers come by, we can buy people. So we do want to get money. We're going to start doing quests soon as well. But let's get the research, because research is really our next thing now. We're kind of sitting in the Stone Age. All right, let's now send these guys on their way. So we find a person to trade with, the one with a question mark over their head, and we just dismiss that trader. All right, so now we've got 800 gold, but we've now got 20 components. So we're going to use those. We'll use those to build batteries. We'll use those to do a lot of more advanced components, as well as guns. We'll need those later. All right, traps have been built. This room's almost finished now. I'm building this really quickly. So we've got a nice little process going on. Let's focus on our next room. So think about it. It took us an hour and a half to build the kitchen, and it's taken us less than 20 minutes to build this room, which is now done. And the only thing left to build here is this, which is just a steel dining room chair. And that will be built tomorrow. Now, in terms of power, we don't have the power going through yet. So that'll be tomorrow will be power and that chair, and then that room, and that column, and then that room's going to be done. It's a really, really nice room. We get 19 for these. Actually, better to have plants than anything else. Rather than columns, it's better to have plants. This is a nice room that looks good. We can reconnect this power if we want to. And by reconnecting this power, if we now click on power, it's just a better line. All right, research is finished for batteries. Fantastic. 2 things we need to do. First, research screen. We now need to start making something else. All right, what do we need to make in terms of power? Well, one of the biggest challenges in power for us at the moment is geothermal. This is going to be huge for us because this is going to give us uninterrupted power. And 1 geothermal power is equivalent for 2 windmills. All right, so we can build this. So let's go ahead and research this to build it. Now, it's going to cost us quite a lot to be able to build this. Let's check what we need. We need construction skill 8. All right, we need 8 components and 340 steel. So we can prepare for this. We can prepare for this, but that is going to be much better for us than what we're currently doing. Because at the moment, what we're currently doing with a wind turbine still takes 2 components. So 2, 4, 6, 8 components. But for that, the uninterrupted power, we're going to need 16. So double the components. But we can put one of those up here over this. And then I think there's another one here. We can put one over this as well. So that gives us 2. I think that's the only 2 I've seen. No, there's another one up there. 3rd one up there. We don't need 3 at the moment, though. And there's another one there. So there's 5 of those. But I think for now, we'll just use this one up here. We'll have to renegotiate all of this food. So we'll move all of that. We'll move all of this around. But we've got enough food now. Oh, actually, no, we're out of food. We're actually out of food at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Strange, who is wandering at the moment. We're going to send him down to the alpacas. Let's have a look. Where are the alpacas? Oh, there's only a couple left. One's down here. We're going to send Strange down here on a little mission to go and kill this poor alpaca. That's going to give us some meat. I'm very sorry, Mr. Alpaca. I'm very sorry for the fact that he can't shoot. Get a bit closer. Really? Oh my god. How is he shooting so bad? What is wrong with him? He's terrible. He's a terrible shot. He was a much better shot earlier. Oh, maybe because it's in the rain and he's struggling to shoot in the rain. That can definitely have an effect. All right, we got a shot on finally. Good. You know what? We're just going to leave him to do his thing. Hopefully he'll hit it eventually. He's getting a few shots on it. Oh, look, it's fallen asleep. Good. We'll get him right next to it. And then whilst it's asleep, we'll fire at it. There we go. Now it's dead. All right. So now what we can do is head back home. And we'll get Mr. Strange to come and butcher this. Take him out of that mode. Oh, wait, hold on. Mr. Strange is not assigned. Let's just give him the assignment of cooking. We'll do it as a level 4. Because now he'll be able to butcher this. And that means he can just bring it back with him to save us having to do that trip again. Cool. This room is almost finished. Missing some steel. Okay, so we're going to need Dora back on the steel works. So she's going to have to go mining. She's already got number 1 for mining, so that's fine. She also needs to get some sleep, but everyone needs food, right? So it's food that's going to let her down. So I want her to go and just mine a little bit. So we'll just select just a little corner there. Also, if I check for roofs, these have got roofs on them, which means if I mine too deep in here, this could fall and kill me. So I need to be careful. There's overhang here. You see these darker areas where there's overhang. All right, so Dora, I'm going to send out to be able to do this. He's going to come back and cook this. So we'll get some food on the go. There's no power at the moment. So because there's no power, we're going to turn this on. Because this is our backup food source. Let's get Bar out to do some cooking. All right, let's get some food because everyone's starving at the moment, so we need food. All right, that solves the short-term food crisis initially, but we are going to have to go back out again. Oh no, there is a mad boom rat. Boom rats blow up. It's just what they do. They blow up. This is going to come in. I'm hoping it's going to catch a trap. But it is going to cause a fire. And so now everyone's going to have to go out into fire duty. They should all be doing this anyway. Prioritize putting this fire out before we do anything else. All right, that's done. Good. All right, we'll get Mr. Strange on prioritizing the butchering table one more time. All right, we've got a little bit of food now. Good. And we're getting raided. We haven't been raided in a long time. They're going to raid immediately. This is Sparrow coming in. All right, good. So, we're just going to take out Mr. Strange. We're going to put him onto duty, take him outside. This raid that's coming in instantly, we'll put him here. Now, he's got a pistol, but it is raining. So I'm just going to move him here. And we'll see what Sparrow does when Sparrow gets shot at. Sparrow might very well run away. Sparrow might also die. Right, we're going to come behind here so Sparrow gets caught in the trap. Right, there we go. Oh, Sparrow's dead. All right, well, that's just unfortunate. Because Sparrow's died, we're going to have to get another one of these out, so we'll build a copy here. These raccoons... We just leave the raccoons, they're fine. They are deteriorating, it's okay. Strange now will undraft, so he can carry on doing what he's doing. He's no damage at all, so he's fine. We'll bury this body. He did have some silver, so 114 silver, so that was really good to acquire that. And now a tool as well, so we have to look at people that don't have a weapon. At the moment, it's only bar. The bar's going to go and equip that wood and club. Strange is just finishing off the last little bits of detail in here on this room. Right, we're going to harvest some of these berries that are nearby. And getting ready for this next patch to come out. And now Strange, we're going to take out Strange to go and look for the last... Oh, I thought we had, and I must be wrong, I thought we had another alpaca, but the alpaca must have run away. We've got some bison here, which we can go and kill. Bison's going to give us loads and loads of food. There is a male and a female bison. I kind of want to... If we can rear those, that would be great for us. Let's go. We've got loads of rams, right? So let's have a look. There's rams there. There's 2 rams there. Let's send Mr. Strange out to go and kill these rams. All right, we'll get a little bit closer and we're going to fire. Now, this thing's probably going to attack us again once we do this. Oh, no, it's just run away. Okay. We'll head up to here. We're going to fire at it again. All right, it will chill. It will move and it will chill. And it will die. So if you look at his health, there we go. It's now dead. Same thing. We're going to allow this. And now we're going to get Mr. Strange to come back to the house. And... oh. He is going to prioritize butchering. Right, that's going to sort out food for us. So now we've got food. We're cleaning up all the mess. Let's just get Woody up here to prioritize on getting that grave built. Oh, he botched it. Let's get him to do it again. And now he's going to put the body in there so that body's out of the way so no one feels bad about that. That was a bit of an eyesore. We'll build that trap because we used the trap up. We're going to move this trap. So we're going to reinstall it in the corner here. Again, having the traps in the corners is perfect for us. Works really well. Okay, we've got food. We've got this room, which is pretty much done. Pretty much done. So now we need to build our next room. So in terms of our next room, what we want to do. Oh, by the way, Colonist reads books for recreation to gain skills, to unlock research and more. You can see a specific book's effects by selecting and opening it in Details tab. To choose which colonists read, assign it to them. Store books in bookcases to passively enhance intellectual and reading work done nearby and increase the beauty of the bookcase. Bookcases passively increase research speed, XP gain from reading, and recreational gain from reading in the same room. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Now, this is kind of going to be our recreational room at the moment, so we're going to put a little bookshelf. We're going to put a little bookcase in here. It's not much, but just a little something to start with. And that's going to be where we're going to store our books, right? So we're going to choose all our books. We're going to store them in there. So we'll get this built. Just prioritize working on that, getting that built and getting that book put in there. All right, so now we're going to choose, prioritize hauling the book into the bookshelf. That's done. All right, so any recreation in that area is going to now boost that. We do need to work on our next room. So structure-wise, granite. We're going to focus here. We're going to go for, again, this is going to be a 9 plus 1. That gives it 11 in total. 11 by 11. And that's another room done for us. We're going to put a granite door bang in the middle here. And a way out if we need to get out and way up. All right, so now we can get in. We've got a way to do this. This is going to be our research room. So we're going to build a research room. In order to do this, we're going to want to have a floor. So we'll build the room out, and then once the room's done, we'll do some granite tiles like so. Just give ourselves a little bit there and there. Happy days. We're going to want to do a bit more floor here as well. So this is just wooden floor, which we've got at the moment. We'll leave that as it is for now. Just makes us move a little bit quicker on it. So walk speed on this is 87, walk speed on this is 100. So Yeah, simply just by having this, even if we're not doing anything with it. For the outside floor, I can probably use concrete. It's neutral in terms of looks and slow to build, but it takes 2 bits of steel. Now, we've got not a lot of steel at the moment, so we don't really want to use this if we can help it. Straw matting, we don't want to use that at the moment, so we're just going to keep using the wood flooring for now, just as a temporary measure. But also, we're going to want to do our zones, so we're going to want to build a roof area, so we can kind of see this whole roof area here. It's all now undercover. We'll build that out and that out. So now we've got a roof going all the way along here. And you know what? Just in terms of floor at the moment, we'll just go all the way along to the end and all the way along to the end. Cool. So we've got a little hallway here, which is nice. And we kept a little bit of separation between the rooms. This is a nice little walkway at the moment. It works for us. All right, next room that we need to build. So we're definitely getting faster, getting better. We've got a bit of food, but this is growing. Okay. We've got a bit of power. We need batteries, right? Remember, we can build batteries. So even though we're working on the research room that we want, we need to build batteries. So let's get that done. So the battery room. All right, let's think about how we're going to do this. Now, batteries in power, batteries are 2 squares, right? 2 squares. So we're going to build quite a few batteries to kind of just protect us at the moment. But also we're going to build these up here and out the way because we don't really need them anywhere. So we're going to go for structure. We're going to go for our granite because granite is decent and we know that. We can build this kind of here. We just don't have enough for that. Now we need to look at the land. All right, so we need to have a look at the terraform, the land, not the home area. We're looking for, we can turn on and off room stats as well, by the way. The beauty display, if we want to look at that, we can do that. Temperature, we can look at that. What we're looking for is we're looking for where we can put this down. So we can't actually build it here. This area we can't build because this land is just not strong enough. So, oh, this space is actually already occupied. Sorry. That's why we can't do that there. But so, you have to check you've got the right land to build upon. So, all right. In terms of batteries and how we're going to do this, we're going to go from here. Straight up from here, so that's fine. We kind of want to build over this space here, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to build up here. So we're going to go up like this. We're going to go 1, 2 with a gap. 1, 2 with a gap. 1, 2 with the end. All right, and that's going to be that. Make sure we put doors in. So we've got 1, 2 and a gap here. 1, 2. I guess we could put a gap in there if we really need to. We don't need to, but we can. And that is going to be our battery storage for now. Then we're going to want to run some power to it. So we're going to run a hidden conduit. And that's going to run from here up to this. And then we're going to run just a normal power conduit. And that's going to run along like this. That will connect all of the batteries once we've got them into this power source. Great. That's power sorted. Initial power sorted anyway. All right, now let's look at what's next. So we need to focus on getting this built. So we know that Mr. Strange is our constructor. Right, we need granite blocks. So he's focusing on the granite blocks at the moment anyway. Bar's doing the research and Strange is doing the building work at the moment. So that's great. We can do all of that, focus on all of that. Everything there's good. We'll get this room built, which is just a standard build. There's nothing within it at the moment. So we don't have to worry about all of the building. Then we'll get this bit finished and then we'll get this bit finished. And that's kind of our focus right now. Having enough food, having enough resources, and then what we'll do is we're going to move this research into this room. Okay, that's going to give us the ability to research faster. I mean, we're researching at a decent speed anyway. It's 74% at the moment. But we want to be researching at 100%. And so we need to be able to increase this. So if we have a look at research speed, room cleanliness, and the final value. So base value is 75. All right, that's all we can do. So 75 is all we can do in this room. Which means if we do 2 of these, that'd be 150. 3 of them needs to be 300%. So we get 4 research in here and everyone focuses on research. We're going to fly through this really quickly. So, okay. Quest has expired. That's okay. We're not worried about the quest. We've got low medicine. We've got 3. We're okay. Low food now. Okay. We need batteries, and we've got tattered apparel from Strange and Bar. So we do need to change their clothing. We're in the fall as well now. So we're getting close towards... We're in September. Or September to October, which is the fall. So as we get into December, January, that's the winter period, right? So we also need to start thinking about winter and preparing for winter. We need clothes for that, and we need heat. So heat's fine because that's going to come from our electricity. So the batteries is going to get us through. We'll put heaters in the rooms. That'll keep us warm. We also need, on top of that, parkas. So we need clothing. So what we'll do is we'll remove this research table and we'll replace this with the ability to do textiles. All right, lots of building going on. So, Mr. Strange, I need him to go out and get some food. Let's look at the wildlife situation. Loads of gazelles, which is great. Anything close? They're all up there. All right, let's get Mr. Strange out. I think this time we're going to take 2 of these. We'll just kill it. There you go, nighttime. So we do this at nighttime so that they're chilling. Got quite a few females, so we're just going to go ahead and fire at this one. Nope. All right, they're all just going to scatter. We're going to come down. We see the one that we want. It's this one's gone back to sleep. Okay. We'll go back to sleep again in a minute. This one's up here. It's bleeding out, so it's going to die in a sec. There we go. It's dead. Now we're going to fire at this one. So we'll turn that off. Oh, actually, do you know what? We're going to come down and we're going to fire at this one. We're going to take 2 of them out. There we go. That one's dead as well. All right, so now that's done. He's finished. I can come back home now. And on Mr. Strange, I'm going to prioritize for him to butcher. And he's going to bring both of those gazelles back for us. All right, that's enough food to get us through. At least until these potatoes are now done, which are at 79%. All right, he has gone to sleep, but when he wakes up, hopefully he'll carry on. We have a visitor. An art student is visiting. She has a few items to trade. All right, well, we'll check her out when she gets here. Mr. Strange. Hold on, why can't Mr. Strange sort out that gazelle? Didn't we kill 2 of them? I believe we did. One of them died over here. Oh, because that one... Okay, so we need to allow that one. All right, let's prioritize that. We'll go and pick the other one up. Do all of the food. This person has a heavy SMG. We might. Now, I'm not saying we want to kill this person, but if we did kill this person, we can take their gun. But that's going to be some fight. What do they want to buy from us? They'll buy the book, but we don't want to sell it. No, nothing really that we want. We could buy some medicine from them. It's kind of good to have some decent medicine. So I think we'll just take 3 decent medicine from them, but we don't really have anything to sell them. Question is, who do they belong to? Men Furini. So if we were to fight them, wait a second, who are they from? A town guard of Men Fenuary has unwavering loyalty to that faction. Oh, them. Okay, Men Fury. Okay, them. So we're neutral with them at the moment. So I guess the problem is... And it actually says they're the enemy... Oh, of them. Okay, so they're the enemy of different people, but not the enemy of us. So we don't actually have many people that we're friendly with at the moment. If we kill this person, it's going to cause a lot of problems with them. We don't want to do that. So we're not gonna have any problems there. Now we could make these 2 friendly. And if we wanted to, those 4 tribes, if we make them friendly, we can trade with them more often. These 2 are always going to be hostile. The pirate gang and a savage tribe. But the others we can actually become friends with. So we do want to build up relationships with those. So doing a trade there, even if it's a small trade, is not bad because it will give us a point. So when they leave, we'll get 1 point. We've now got some medicine, which is good. We're going to change in terms of what's assigned. First of all, we need to change what these guys do in a fight. So in a fight, they're going to attack, all of them. And then we're going to allow them to use herbal medicine or below. The reason for that is because we don't have many of these big medicine kits. And we want to keep them in case we have someone who's dying. If someone is dying, we want to use that medicine for them. Otherwise, we don't want to bother. All right, rooms are being finished. Everyone's working really hard. We've got the food there, but we need some wood. Okay, so we're out of wood at the moment. So let's go ahead and set up a zone, not a zone, sorry, an order for chopping wood. And we'll just do this bit of wood here. There we go. Trees getting chopped down. We'll get some more wood. All right, Tao sitting down and eating some food. That's cool. They can chill and do that. I don't mind. We're cooking. That's good. We're going to turn this one off because we don't need to use it anymore. Woody's a bit stressed because Woody needs food. All right, there is food now, so I guess Woody can come in here and consume a meal. We've got a nice place to go and eat, which is good. We need some steel, so let's send Dora out just to get a little bit of steel. So I guess we just mine this. There we go. She's straight onto that. That steel will get these last bits done. We need some granite, so we'll get that. Finish these bits off. I guess Bar can make that. And make that as well. So we'll just get those 2 bits finished. Now we've got the stuff for it. Right, we need some more steel for those. Stranger's awake now. Food's cooked. We've got loads of food. We're good. These are 89% grown, so we're nearly good to go there. We'll just harvest these berries that are nearby. All right, these guys have actually come quite close, so I'm going to grab Mr. Strange, come out with him. We're just going to take one of these out, so we'll fire at this. Well, that didn't work, did it? Let's now run away. There we go, that one's dead. We'll just keep firing at it. Now it's dead. We'll do that. We'll turn him off of draft duty and instead put him... Wait a second. We want him off of draft duty, prioritizing that. Cool. All right, that's more food sorted. Everyone's chilling out of sleep. That's all nice and butchered up. Okay. The food is frozen, which means it will not be going off, which is great. Everyone's sleeping, which is good. Everyone's happy, which is good. Yep, books, we don't need to worry about that. That's fine. All right. We're making more progress. This is good. So, a little bit more time just to finish off this room. Get the research sorted. Finishing off the last little bits of this room. I think because of this, we're going to mine the vein, and then that will get Dora out here working. Just doing this stuff, which is good, because we need to do that. Just need to be very careful this doesn't collapse on her. She is in a risky area right now. Okay, you do have to be very careful about that. Last thing you want is the roof collapse. Alright, for Mr. Strange, we can get him to prioritize working on those. And a wild man has wandered in. A person living amongst wild animals has wandered in. He's called Toon. You can attempt to tame him. Now, he's incapable of a lot of stuff. He's wild as well, right? He's got a lot of problems. So what I'm actually going to do is Woody is going to go out and he's going to try and arrest him. We need somewhere for jail for him to go, right? So he needs a jail cell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bed and I'm going to reinstall this bed over here. Right, and I'm going to get Woody to prioritize on doing that before anything else. Now, this bed is going to become for prisoners. This is going to become a prison once again. And now Woody is going to go out. Where's Toon gone? There's Toon. All right, so now Woody is going to head out. And if I put him into draft mode... I don't think anyone can tame. Right, let's get Woody out here. Now, this may not work. I want to arrest him. There we go. Try to arrest him. 50% chance, right? Now, everyone's going to have 45% chance, 20% chance, and a 38% chance. So Woody's the one that I want to try to arrest Toon. Bit of a thunderstorm coming. 50% chance. He refused to be arrested, so we're going to have to fight him instead. All right, we are doing some damage to him, which is okay. All right, he's okay now. So now we can capture him. I don't know how much health he's got. 4 hours and he's dead, so... Oh my god, that's not good. All right, let's select Toon again. So dead in 4 hours. Let's get him in here and then we'll heal him. All right, so now he's being healed. And Woody should hopefully tend to him as well. Oh, tend in by Dora. Okay, so Dora's going to tend. Woody hopefully is going to tend to himself. He's okay. He's just got a bruised fist. Right, now Toon's actually not worth anything, right? So all we want to do right now is we just want to stop him dying. Okay, that's the main thing. But we can't actually... Like, there's nothing we can do to him. Except harvest his body. Or sell him as a slave. Now, we don't want to wait and keep him as a slave because we have to keep him along. So all we're going to do is we're going to harvest his organs. Alright, so we'll... It's a bit harsh, I know, right? It's a bit harsh, but that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to go to operations and we're going to look at what operations do we want to do. Now, we can euthanize him, and okay, we're going to harvest his liver. Take his heart out, but once you take his heart out, he's dead. So let's have a look at what we can harvest. Because we have a few components that we can harvest, but not everything, right? So we don't want to harvest everything. We just want to harvest a few things. Okay, so in terms of what we can harvest and what we can do, let's have a quick look. So we can only release or execute him, so we can't do anything else. He's not really worth that much as like a slave price. I'm thinking... Okay, so what I'm thinking at the moment is whoever's best at being a surgeon, they're going to do the work. We'll let him recover a little bit first. So we want to look at his health. He's actually all right at the moment. Blood loss is severe. He's 50% blood loss. So let's get him back to a place where he's healthy, and then we can harvest all of his body. In terms of needs, he's all right at the moment. Doesn't need anything. He's just in a lot of pain. We've got our crops now, so that's really good. All right. Building these rooms out, getting these rooms finished. This is really good. Getting the fire going, that's good. This room's now done completely. I think there's just a little bit of rubbish there. We can clean this room, clean up that rubbish, and we're good. This is a really nice room. Excellent. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, as we focus on harvesting these body parts here, we're going to go to operations. We're going to look at what we can harvest, okay? Now, we can harvest a few things. If we do the heart, they'll die. Same with the liver, they'll die. So we can do a lung and a kidney. And so we want to do kind of a lung, a kidney, and then a heart. Because if we do both lungs, they'll start to die anyway. We can do both kidneys. So that's what we're going to work on. Now, there's no guarantee this is going to work. We want to do a lung, a kidney, and a heart. All right, that's what we're going to start on to get 3 items. You can potentially try and do both lungs, but they will start to die very quickly. So, and they've got a lot of blood loss at the moment. It's at 40%. So, yeah, we're going to wait a little bit before we do this. We've got some medicine we're going to use. All right, so who is the best at medical procedures? Let's have a look at this, right? So, medical, 10, and loves it. All right, makes sense. So, Woody's going to do the operation. We'll do it in the morning. We've got 23 food. We've got so much food right now. We've got this construction work being finished. All right, we're good. Let's do this. All right, Woody is up. Let's start with the cleaning the blood. And then let's clean the prison cell. Get this all nice and clean. All right, now let's do this. So we're going to click on him, click on health, add a bill. We're going to harvest the left lung. So let's do the left lung first. Right, he has a medical restriction, right? So we're going to change this to be industrial tech, medicine, or worse. That is going to allow us to have more chance of doing this. So let's cancel that, and we're going to go for harvest left lung. Then we're going to go for harvest left kidney. And then, oh, actually, let's just do one at a time, right? So we're going to go for the left lung first. So Woody is going to do this. So prioritize operating on Toon. This is going to cause a bit of a mess. All right, we've got our medical gear. Bearing in mind, we cost us quite a bit of money. He is unconscious. All right, he's sedated for 2 days. He's a bit of blood loss. Hopefully this goes well. All right, so we've removed the left lung and he's okay. He's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take out the left kidney. So Woody's going to come back in and prioritize operating. Before we do that, we're going to clean the blood off. All right, and now we're going to prioritize operating. We're not going to feed him and waste our time. So we'll take another medical off of here. And we'll get Strange to prioritize hauling this lung and just get rid of it. He's going through a next operation. So the lung, what we're going to do with that is we're going to place that in here. All right, we'll place that down here. So this storage is going to be used if we type in lung. Right, we're just going to type in body parts. All right, so body parts can be frozen. All right, we'll keep them in there just to keep them on ice. All right, and that's obviously going to be an important one for us. So storage is important, so that's good. Nice. All right, let's go. Hopefully he's going to be okay. We'll wait and see if this process works. It may not work. Right, hold on. What happened? Oh, Toon has been stabbed to death. He died. That means we can't do anything else, which is a shame. So we didn't get that. It didn't work. We only got the lung out, and unfortunately he died. So we didn't get the heart. We didn't get anything else. And that happened. So surgery failed on Toon. All right. It happens. It happens. So unfortunate. Nothing else we can really do there. I think one of these people... No, that's a dislike of food. This person actually doesn't mind. They don't mind consuming these people. So, I guess if we're going to do this, we can add the details here. We can also do human corpses. So, Strange actually doesn't mind eating this food. So, what we're going to do is prioritize butchering. So, we're going to butcher him. All right, and that is going to make us some human meat. Now, that's human meat, which maybe we don't want, all right? So, now, if I'm going to cook, when I cook a simple meal, I can add the details of what I'm going to do. So in terms of meat, what meat am I going to do? Human meat. So do I want to cook human meat? So I can cook human meat. That's going to work. So we'll cook the human meat. And the only person that's going to eat the human meat is going to be Strange. So Strange, if I go to assign in the food principles, and we click on simple, not simple, sorry, we click on this, we do a new, we're going to call this Strange Diet. Or we're just going to, we'll call it human. All right, so for human, actually, no, let's delete this. So we're going to delete human, take simple, we're going to duplicate it. And now for this one, we're going to rename this as human. All right, so that's fine. But we're also going to put human on here and we're going to allow human meat. Okay. So that's now the human one. But, human meat really needs to be cooked, not raw. So that's raw human meat. We don't want that. So we want meals. Not. All right, so hold on a minute. Let's cook this, right? So first thing we're going to do is cook the human meat. Now, I don't think he cooks, right? Prioritize cooking at campfire. Yeah, he does. All right, he's going to cook all of this food first. She's cooking as well, so we'll just get this out of the way. But that way, he likes eating human meat, so we may as well use it. It saves us doing with the body, right? Because we butchered it now instead. Right, so prioritize cooking. We just need to isolate this from everything else. That's the only thing we need to do. Right. He's still cooking the potatoes, right? We haven't got any left, though. Still got that 74 meat, right? All right, here we go. So now we're going to cook this food. So this simple, right? The human meat only stacks with similar meat, right? So simple meal with human meat. Now he should be the only one that eats this, right? So if I go to assign, manage food policy, human, right? So he's going to eat a simple meal. But he's allowed to eat human meat. And he likes human meat. So for the simple, we're not allowed human corpses. We're not allowed human meat. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll all eat that or not. But let's see. Let's get Strange to consume that simple meal and see if he likes it. Oh. Cooked cannibalism plus 15. All right. To eat a meal from the meat of another human, so pleasurable. If only I had some favourite beans and a nice chanty. So, okay, so that gives him a huge boost, right? So, good to know. Other people might eat that and not be happy about it. So we need to be careful. He's consuming a simple meal. Oh no, the colony took part. The colony took parts from a guest or prisoner. It's horrible breaking someone down for parts when they have no choice. Okay, we butchered human like. We butchered someone up like an animal. All right, so he doesn't feel good about what he did. She's not bothered about it. He's really happy that he's getting to eat all of the food. They're not happy either about what happened. All right, so again, we have to be very careful about breaking people down and their moods. We have 54 food now and a bit of human meat left, so that's fine. And strange. He is strange, to be fair. He's eating humans. But all good. All right, so we've made a bit of progress. When we wake up in the morning, we need to be able to finish building this. So we're going to prioritize. Actually, we're going to work on that now. We've got a little bit of granite. So we need Woody to focus on this. So he's going to make granite as well. So when they wake up, that should be their job. So he's going to be doing that. He's going to be doing that. We'll get the batteries made. 55 mils. We've got more than enough. Okay, so he's working on that now. He's working on that. He's got a long way to go to haul all of this stuff, to bring it over. If somebody's not busy, it'll be good for them to do that. We are working on this research, which is nice. So kind of getting that ticking over in the background, which is great. And we'll keep doing that. A couple of little bits to do for this room and it's finished. And then we can move the research over. Food, no longer an issue. Dora's working, bar's working. Strange is working. So he's just waiting on these parts. That is another room finished. Great. Now that room's done, we'll get the roof on. We don't actually have much medicine, so we're going to have a look around to see. No, there's no hill root or anything around. There is a dead body there still that's been dead for nearly 9 days. All right. All right, so this room is now done. Let's get building. So what we're going to do, first thing we're going to do is pick this up and we're going to reinstall it on this side. All right, now we need to make sure we move it to the right place. So we're going to put one desk here. And then we're actually going to build a copy of this and we're going to put the other desk here. We're going to put one desk here and one desk here. So we've now got 4 research desks. Now, in terms of making the room nicer, we're going to put a couple of plants in the room because that always makes rooms look nice. We'll put a standing lamp in the room so that the room's nice and bright and we can see everything that's happening. We'll put some steel chairs in the room as well. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to work on, and we're doing limestone for this. I don't actually know why, because granite's going to be better, but granite, I feel like we're going a lot further for granite now. In fact, what's this here? Oh, this is all granite as well, so we could actually just mine all of this, look. Because all of this needs to be mined. So rather than going looking for granite, there's a lot of limestone in the area. We could just start mining some of this, right? That's going to give us access to loads more granite. But we'll work on limestone for now, because we can do limestone shelves. So we're going to make some shelves. So one there, one there. All right, and then we'll do one there and one there. We'll do the same here. So that and a gap. And that is going to become our initial storage. So we've got storage and research. This is our research room with a start of our storage shelf. All right, there's our room. Our room is done. Now for research, we are going to want to move the bookshelf. So for that bookshelf, we are going to reinstall it and we're going to place it in the middle of the room somewhere. Unfortunately, doesn't really matter where we put it. I guess we can put that one there and we can put a small one next to it. There we go. And I guess we can just move that lamp. And instead, not the sun lamp, the standing lamp, we'll put that there instead. Kind of want to make a small bookshelf, right? But 5 books or 10 books. Oh, I guess for now we'll just use a small one because just aesthetically it just looks a bit better, right? And we'll keep that one for the recreational room. So that's fine. All right. That's our research room done. So now we just need to finish getting that built. And also we need to focus on the battery room as well. So the battery room is really important to get that fixed. We need this done as soon as possible, really. So we're going to focus on the battery room first. Get as much of that done as possible. Once this is done, we don't really need to worry about the condition of the floor here, but we will do it anyway. Just stick some granite tiles in here. All All right, so potential for a tornado generator. That could be amazing. Tornado generator. Okay. $800 value. We need to go and get it. There's an unknown threat. We're not really ready to go there at the moment. So, yeah. We'll be doing that in the next video. Right, today is really about just getting everything ready. Getting that research room set up. So we did the kitchen first, right? Housing was important, then the kitchen. The dining room, we didn't need the dining room, but we made it because for us... Oh, and by the way now, because of this, we can go ahead and break down some of these things that we don't need anymore. So we can deconstruct that, that, and that. We'll leave that wooden chest of drawers there. That's okay. But we're going to get rid of this because we don't need this anymore. Same here. We're going to get rid of this one and this one. So those tables can now go. We don't need them. All right, we'll keep the chest set there for now. Actually, we will keep this one, but we're going to reinstall this one, and we're going to reinstall it in the bottom here. And actually, no, I'd say what we're going to do. Sorry, I apologize. We'll cancel that. We will deconstruct that one and that one. We will keep this one and this one, but we will reinstall these so we can keep chairs because chairs look a little bit better, right? So we'll reinstall the chairs here. And then we're going to put the chest set. We'll reinstall the chest set. Oh, no. We want the chest set. We'll reinstall that down here. So got a little bit of recreation in here as well. That cleans out this room, cleans out this room, keeps everything that we need in here. So that's fine. I'm going to move this. Oh, I can't move this. Okay, so I'm going to reinstall this to put it here. And then this one... wooden plant pot I want to reinstall over here. And then I'm going to move these over, so that's fine. So that'll work. All right, cool. So then we're going to have both lights at the top, both plants at the bottom. Just makes it look a little bit nicer, I think. In terms of rooms, yeah, we can actually remove that. We don't need that one or that one. It's kind of in the way. I don't think we need the columns at all, to be honest. We're going to just deconstruct them. Cool. All right, he's finishing off these rooms, so this is almost done for the batteries. Great. We've got more than enough food, so we're good. How's everyone feeling now? Let's look at their moods. So this is 4 days we're going to have this for. 5 days. All right, that's okay. Dora got rebuffed by Woody again. All right. Mediocre barracks. She slept in the cold. I don't know why. Oh, she needs some heat. The room shouldn't be that cold. We can check the temperature of the rooms if we need to. These 2 rooms are pretty cold. All right, Bar's on a frenzy. He'll move faster for the next 8 days. That's great. We've now got the roof on here. Once that roof's finished, which it now is, we'll get these last 3 tiles done. And then we're going to put the batteries in, right? So now we go into power mode. And we focus on batteries. So we're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and Strange can build these. So we'll prioritize building out the batteries. He's going to build 2. We've got the components. We've got the steel. We've got everything we need. We can do all the batteries, actually. So there's the first battery done. And it's working. So if we look at power, we have power coming up from here and around to here and into here. So we are now storing power, which means that whenever we can generate power, we will. Any excess will get stored, and then we'll have a consistent amount of power. So that was a big thing to fix today. One of the biggest things we had to fix. We've done that. We'll let that store up now. And now we've got a lot more power. So the batteries are now done. If we get raided or we get any problems, we just need to be very careful with this. That's a bottleneck, so we'll reinstall that. We'll put that on the corner over here. We'll also build a copy. We'll have one over here and one over here if we need to. We'll leave this one here because that's a bit of a bottleneck, and we can't go through it because we'll end up getting trapped ourselves. We don't want to kill ourselves. All right, I'm actually going to prioritize moving this one just so I can get this out of the way so we can get through if we need to. Perfect. All right. So far, so good. We've made some really good progress. And very easy to sink several hours into this game and not even realize it. You have to be very careful not to get carried away. We are working on our research slowly, just chugging away there. We'll get everything else moved over. Everyone's eating. We've got loads and loads of food. This is all growing. It's at 35%, so that's great. We need to move all of the research over. Actually, looking at the research, I don't feel like we want to take the wooden desks over. So what we can do is instead, in production, looking at the simple desks, we've got quite a bit of granite and we've actually got some limestone, right? So we can actually use, if we want to, granite desks. All right, it's going to cost us some steel. We do have a little bit of steel, but if we wanted to, we could do that. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. It just looks better. So if we have a look at what we're looking here, so look at material. If we make it out of wood, flammability is 100% max hit points. If we make it out of granite, work to build is more, but it doesn't actually affect the research speed. So nothing we do affects the research speed. So you could argue about, do you want to change it or not? Is it worth doing it? I don't personally believe it is. All right. Dora, I really need her to prioritize cleaning a little bit. Transport crash. Okay, let's have a look. All right, transport crash. Chad has crashed right here. Chad has 7 hours to live, so Woody needs to go out and we're going to rescue Chad. All right, so we're going to go for the rescue. If we have a look at what happens, Chad has a relationship with Collins. He's Bar's son. I reckon he's going to join us. I reckon we just rescue him, right? Bar's son. So who would have thought? That's crazy, right? So let's go ahead and rescue Chad. We can do that because we have an infirmary. We have the hospital bed here. So we're going to bring him back and heal him. Let's check out Chad's health. 6 hours until he dies. All right, we're going to fix him up. He's been stabbed. Wow, he's 32. So how old is Bar then? Bar's 26. Hold on. Hold on a minute. So, what? Hold on. What? Chad has a relationship. He is Bar's son. So Bar is 26 and Chad is his son who's 32. Just take a moment. Just take a moment. As long as you need. Let's not worry about the realism of... I mean, it's impressive. Love the fact that you was able to give birth before you were born. All right, I'm going to clean up a lot of this mess. We also really need to clean the barracks, clean the prison room. All of these rooms need cleaning. They're a mess. So let's just go through, do a bit of a clean. We have to organise somebody on cleaning duty. That is an absolute must. Look at all this dirt. There's so much dirt here. All right, there we go. We're going to clean everything. That's great. The batteries are all in and working, so it shows you how much storage of battery there is there, which is great. The traps are all built. That's great. Chad is just chilling and healing, so that's great. What's Chad like? He can't be a doctor. He likes drugs. All right, Chad joins. Boom, straight away, look, Chad has joined. Easy. All right, Chad. Go and see your dad. I think we get Chad on cleaning, to be honest. Although he's intellectual and he likes melee combat. So, in terms of schedule, let's have a look. He's going to follow everyone else's routine. He's got a bed now, so that's cool. Which is why it's good that we've got the extra beds. And in terms of work, so we need to think about the workforce and what Chad is going to do. So, we can just turn this off, just to quickly turn these off. And then when we come back to this, we can figure out what is he going to do, right? He's always going to firefight. He's always going to be a patient if needed. That's first and foremost, right? He likes to grow, so we'll let him grow. And he likes to cut plants. And he's also really, really good at research. Really good at research. Amazing, because he's intellectual, so we'll get him focusing on that. And then we'll get him cleaning as a secondary. That's it. That's all he needs to do. Oh, and he can do some hauling as well. So hauling and... There we go. He doesn't need to do anything else. That's it. Chad, just chill there, do that. Get yourself better though, mate. You need to recover. So, Chad, another member now. We're up to 5, which is all the beds we've got. So we need a bigger bedroom, or we need more bedrooms, all right? More bedrooms is going to be next. We've got one more bed here. All right, if we have a look at Chad's needs, darkness, intense pain, spacious, he's very happy, slept in the cold. Where's Bar's bed? Own a bar, drifter. Okay, so we need to add some heat in this room. Let's have a little bit of the temperature, right? So indoor, this is 18 degrees, 17 degrees. All right, I guess we can add a heater into here, and then we can pass the air through. Actually, what would be really good is if what might be a really good idea for us is if we took out these rooms and we put them along here. Because if we did that, the heat from here can come into the bedroom and we can vent it across all the bedrooms. That would be a good idea. So we're going to do that. We're going to put all the bedrooms along here. Or going up here. So the bedrooms are going to be near the kitchen. Yeah, we're going to do that. That's how we're going to build out the new bedrooms. We'll make the bedrooms a little bit bigger as well, so a little bit nicer. But not just yet, because at the moment, we want to focus on finishing off our research room. I'm going to move this. I'm going to put it there. And then I'm going to move this. And I'm going to put it there. Cool. Everything looks good. Looks really cool. I quite like the design, actually. The design of the game, it's grown on me. When I saw the screenshots originally, I was always like, stylistically, this doesn't look like a game I'd enjoy. But I really am enjoying it. All right, what is next? What do we need to do? Well, we need to move this so we can reinstall this over here. This one's okay, I guess. We can leave that one on the corner there. If they come in this way, we can capture them. But I think ideally I'd like to reinstall that over here. That one's there, that's good. I think we're good. We can kind of run them around the outside if we need to. I think I'm going to also reinstall this one. Rather than having it on a corner, I'll have it on the side just there. Perfect. All right, cool. Everything's been moved. We'll build a copy. We'll put one just here for now. We've got all of our traps out. We're good. This room's almost finished. We've got 2 people researching. Now, researching's flying now. We're doing that super quick. Everything else has been built. We need to focus on... So what do we need to build this? We need steel. We don't have much steel left. So we're going to look for another steel vein. All right, there's a vein here and a vein here. We'll take both of those. Dora will be able to do those. She's idle and not doing anything. So we'll send her out to do that. I don't know why Woody's doing it. It's not his job. But Dora can do it straight. Oh, they're all coming out to do it. Wow. You can see the speed, though, of Dora doing it so much quicker. All right. What else do we need to do? Research is obviously important. That's the focal point at the moment. So getting these done. Reading bonus in the room is 0%. There's no books on here. I guess from contents, if we store this, we're going to make this critical for now. Right, we'll prioritize hauling the book into here. Reading bonus in the room is 0.8%. Which means research has gone up a little bit now. So we need books to make researching better. Right, so every time we can, we're going to buy a book. All right, Woody is stressed out. He needs food and sleep. All right, well, let's give Woody some food. And let's get him some sleep so he can recover and feel better. Everyone else should be good. Chad, we're going to have, from a health point of view, self-care. No, you can't self-care, so that's okay. We do need to change his medicine though, because he's not special enough to have that. Bark and self-care. Right, so just those two that can't. Chad's going to heal up. Chad also needs a weapon. I don't think we have any weapons at the moment. All right, let's start prioritizing what is going on these shelves. So we're going to clear everything from here. There's going to be no foods on here. We're just going to go for raw resources, all right? So this first one's going to be wood. We're just going to have wood on here. That's it, nothing but wood. All right, this second one, in terms of raw resources, it's not going to be wood. We'll copy this, okay? So this will become for everything. But this is also going to become important, all right? So, no, we're going to do preferred, sorry. We'll do preferred. So, we're going to clear everything. Everything's going to get cleared from here. Okay, and this one is going to be wood. Then across from wood, thinking about what we need, this is going to be for steel. So we can do steel in here. Both types of steel, it's fine. All right, so then this one, after we've done steel, this one, not raw resources anymore, because we have no more raw resources. Well, we've got stone blocks. So this one can be for stone blocks, and this one can also be for stone blocks. Good, so that's going to be resources. On this side of the room, what we can start to work on, now we've done raw resources, so there's no more raw resources. I guess we've got plant matter. So we could do plant matter, I guess, if we wanted to. But what I'm more interested in for this one is going to be apparel. So in terms of apparel, what we're going to have is just all apparel. So that's going to be apparel, so is that. All right. And then this one is going to be weapons. Okay. And then this one is literally going to be allow everything, but it's going to be a normal priority. So this is going to be like an overflow. Cool. All right, so we've set up a little bit of storage now, and we've got a little bit of an idea of how that's going to look. We can also now start to remove all of these from the room. So we're going to go ahead now and deconstruct this, this, and this. We can also deconstruct this, and we've got this storage here instead. So a lot more storage, everything's going to be there. Cool. And that clears out this room. So now we've got another bedroom, which is similar to this one. Now, I know we're putting 3 in the bed. That can be a little bit challenging, but for now, we're going to reinstall this bed. We're going to turn it around and put it there. We're going to reinstall this bed. We're going to turn it around and put it there. And we're going to reinstall this bed, turn it around and put it there. We'll leave that one as a medical bed. All right, now that that's done, we're going to take this and reinstall it to put it here. So we're going to make the same layout of the room. We'll build a copy of this, put it here. Same thing here. We're going to build a copy. We're going to put 1, 2, and 3. And now this crafting spot, we don't need that anymore. We can deconstruct that. And we've got 2 bedrooms that look identical. 6 beds. But this bed is going to be a medical bed. All right. This bed we can assign is going to be for, all right, Steve. And then this bed we can assign, because we're going to set who we want to be here. We want this to be Dora. So Steve and Dora are in this room. The other 3 are in the other room. All right. Oh, and we've got a prison. So we'll start moving stuff and hauling it over bit by bit. We've got research. So research is good. The book's gone, though. Oh, no, it's still there. Cool. We do need to clean. It's somewhat of an impressive room, but we do need to clean it a little bit. So let's clean the lab. And that should make the researching go a bit higher now, 76%. All good. All right. Low medicine. We are out of medicine, so we're going to have to go and find ourselves some more of these. There's a little bit up here, so we'll go and take a couple of these. Kind of just looking around the map now, seeing if we can find any of this. If we're setting it to harvest, then eventually What we can also do, by the way, is double click on this and it will select all of them, and then we can just press H and it will do the lot of them all at once. So all of them on the map. All right, that is something else we can do. We can do the same for these, by the way. Click on this, click H, and it will go and harvest all of these around the map. Cool, so they'll work on that as and when they can and need to. It'll take some time. The back and forth is the problem, though, going and doing that. All right, we're done. That's it for today. We've done a lot. We've got to the point now where we've got our research room up. We've got our first bit of storage up. We've sorted out both of our bedrooms. We're just going to sort out these last little bits of stuff. So, no empty accessible spot for this. So we cannot haul cloth. So we need somewhere for cloth to live. Now, we've got cloth on here. But I kind of feel like what we need to do is take that and we need to put that here as well. All right, so now we should be able to prioritize hauling the cloth, right? Don't know why Steve is living in that room. Chad's in there, that's fine. That's Dora's room. This is not Strange's bed, so I don't know why Strange is in there. It's not Strange, it should be Woody, so we're going to reassign that to Woody. And then we're going to reassign this bed to Strange. And then this bed, which has no assign at all, is going to be for Chad. Cool. Everyone's got a bed. And there is a manhunter pack of wild raccoons on their way. We'll just see how many are coming. It looks like 2. I don't think we actually need to even do anything at this stage. I think we can chill because these are going to come in. All right, maybe we do. All right, let's put everyone into fighting mode. There's the first one. Done. Cool. Undraft everyone. Everyone's going to go back to normal. They'll fix, they'll cut, they'll butcher, they'll do everything they need to do because everyone's got a job on what they do. All right, so bed rest if it's needed, basics if it's needed. Otherwise, that's fine. We've got a warden. No one's doing handling at the moment, but we don't really need that, so that's fine. Cooking, I guess if it's needed, they can do cooking, but to be honest, if they're 4s, it's just not important, right? 4s is just whatever. All right. So cleaning, we need someone to be focused on cleaning, so I think cleanings can just be the 2. So the 1s are important. So as long as everyone's got a 1 that they're doing, that's good. And as long as there's a 1. So we want a 1 in every one of these going across and a 1 in every one of these going across. So starting from Walden. So we've got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We haven't got anything in Taylor. That's fine. And art is fine as well. We don't need that. Oh, we've got a 1 in there. So we've got 1s in there, in there, in there, in there, in there. So we're good. Everyone's got a 1. So they've all got a priority that they focus on. All right. Everything's been moved out of this room within reason. There is still a few things that we need to move that we haven't been able to yet. First is going to be this one. There is actually nowhere to put it. We're going to make another storage room, right? So we're not too worried about this at the moment. This is just a temporary thing. I guess so in terms of some just general storage. So we have something and it's not just all just being left. We'll just do a couple of wooden shelves. All right, and we'll do one out here. And we'll do one out here. We don't want them too near to the prison, all right? So there's just going to be normal general storage for anything that doesn't fit anywhere else. All right. So everything's got its home. Now we need to think about, we're in fall, we're coming into September, we're coming through to December. So in the next video, we're going to set up the next... So we've got the laboratory set up now. All right, and the laboratory is somewhat impressive. All right, it's somewhat impressive, which is great. So we can focus on books to improve the research speed, focus on using intellects that research faster, but research is going quite well. We're halfway through geothermal power. That's a big one for us. Once the power issue is done and fixed, which will be in the next video, we're going to focus on making some guns. That should be fun, because then we can go and we can start fighting people and doing some more interesting things. But we also need to build out our workshop. So at the moment, this is not a workshop. We can actually change this. Again, we could reinstall this bed just on the outside temporarily. All right, and then that is going to turn this into a workshop. So this is now a workshop, which means this will be working at 100%, which is good. But we need a better workshop. So now that we've got our research, we're going to put our workshop, attach it to it. You can see how much quicker we're building now. We also need to rebuild the bedrooms. We have no more space for people. If anyone else joins us, we're in trouble. So we need a better prison. We need a hospital, we need bedrooms, and we need a workshop. That's the next iteration of what we're going to do. Now, we want the workshop up before winter because we need to put the tailor stuff in there so that we can start making better clothes. We need to make parkas, warmer clothes for winter. That's in the next video, so join me for that. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.